Sanji is the Straw Hat's chef and is the third member of the Monster Trio. Today we will be building him in D&D 5th edition. So this build is actually remarkably straightforward, unlike my other two builds. It is simply a monk for 19 levels and then a rogue for 1 level. You can take this 1 rogue level at any time except for first level, but you honestly don't even need to take it at all if you don't want to. Monk is strangely a perfect fit for Sanji and how his abilities work, and you don't even need a lot of reflavoring for this, it's just base how Sanji fights. So up ahead there will be very minor spoilers up until modern One Piece around episode 920 plus or whatever. The Monk and Sanji share all of these abilities without any reflavoring. Flight, speed, unarmored strikes, flaming strikes, and invisibility. That is crazy, that is so many of Sanji's abilities and that's using no reflavoring on my end. So unlike my other One Piece builds, I'm not going to do a level by level breakdown because this build is a lot more straightforward and it just doesn't call for it. So what I will do is show you your starting stats and then your subclass and then any choices you make across the way I will cover, but this video will be a lot briefer because it is just a monk. After I cover all of our choices for this build, I will then go to the abilities section where I'll break down all of the monk's abilities and how they relate to Sanji's abilities. So at first level, we will be choosing monk as our class. Then for our race, we will choose variant human, choosing the chef feat. Doing this gives us a boost to wisdom. Then we will choose the background noble. Throughout the build, we will prioritize dexterity, then wisdom, then constitution in that order. So when starting at your build, depending on what you rolled, prioritize them in that order. Dex, wisdom, con. After those 3 stats, the rest don't really matter. I would probably make strength my dump stat and then make intelligence my second best because I think Sanji is more smart than he is charming because you know how he is around girls. Skill proficiencies. We gain history and persuasion from our noble background, so we're stuck with those, but from the monk class, we will be choosing stealth and insight. Insight is due to Sanji's sense of right and wrong and his nobility, and he's just generally one of the more onto it people in the Straw Hat Pirates, so I would say his insight is pretty high. And the stealth is for the few times that he's actually proven to be a pretty good spy. He's pretty good at recon, Sanji. You can see this in the Water 7 arc and in some other arcs, I'm sure. Note, when we multi-class into Rogue later, you gain 1 skill from that class's list, so I would choose Sleight of Hand and argue that his cooking is Sleight of Hand, and then make Expertise your Sleight of Hand, so you're just really good at cooking is what I'm saying. Then we will be choosing the Way of the Ascendant Dragon subclass, which gives us abilities that I will cover in the abilities section of this video. We will use our ASI's, ability score improvements, to improve dexterity and wisdom until they're 20 each. If you have spare ASIs after this, you can gain a feat of your choice. I reckon that these feats suit Sanji the best. Mobile allows him to move even faster and avoid opportunity attacks. Alert, +5 to initiative and you can no longer be surprised. This works well for observation hockey. Martial Adept, you get to learn a Battle Master maneuver. These are good for just having more options on the battlefield. Tough, you just get more health. And that about covers the build. Take the rogue level whenever you see fit. If you would rather have the extra key points and you want your level 20 monk ability, I don't think it's that good, but if you want it, just forego the rogue. You don't need it. I just like having expertise in a couple of skills. Now I will outline all of the abilities we have, including our subclass and level in rogue, and how they will relate to Sanji. The chef feat. This one doesn't need explaining. You can cook food that heals the party. This is very Sanji. Martial arts. This allows us to kick people. Unarmored defense. This gives us really high AC while we wear a fancy suit. Ki. Allows us to hit more people, hit people harder, and make escapes. Unarmored movement allows us to move faster. Ascendant Dragon. This allows us to deal fire damage. We will be reflavoring the Dragon's Breath as Sanji's Diable Jambe or something like that, one of his fire dealing moves. We can temporarily fly. Reflavor this as Sanji's Skywalking. Aspect of the Worm, Resistance Aura. We will reflavor this as Sanji's Haki, both observation and armament. Ascendant Aspect gives us 3 different things. 1 is Augmented Breath. This allows us to deal more damage with our fire attacks. 2, we gained Blind Sight. This is Observation Haki. 3, Explosive Fury. This allows Sanji to make lots of melee attacks and attack lots of people around him. This is like back in the day when he used to do handstands and spin around. Deflect Missiles. Sanji jumping up and kicking away a projectile. Slow Fall. Sanji's general speed and acrobatics. Stunning Strike. This can be reflavored as Armament Haki or Diable Jambe or another powerful Sanji attack. Evasion. This allows us to take less damage. This can be reflavored as Armament Hardening or Observation Haki, depending on whether you're blocking or dodging the damage. Diamond Soul. This makes us better at saving throws. This can be reflavored as Observation Haki. Empty Body. This relates to Sanji's newish ability to turn invisible. Sanji can now do this due to his raid suit. Rogue levels. We gain expertise in Stealth and Sleight of Hand. Sleight of Hand is for cooking, Stealth is for infiltrating. Sneak Attack. Deal more damage because why not? Thieves Can't. I would reflavor this for Chefs Can't because I think that's funny. And that about covers this build. There isn't really anything else to talk about and I don't feel a need to bulk up this video. So yeah, let me know how your Sanjis go and let me know what character I should make next in the comments below.